Hey guys, we're gonna pick it here for another challenge lock for you. And today we're gonna be picking Firefly by Saspes, and he made his out of a Euro cylinder. We're gonna be using top of the keyway tension with 50 thousandths at an angle because the keyway is paracentric, and the top of the keyway doesn't fit very nicely at that normal 90-degree angle. And we're going to be putting our hook 7 from Peterson 25 thousandths in to lift the pins. It's big enough open on the bottom that we can pick from the bottom. Now this lock, this challenge lock, was very interesting in the way that the pins were done. The difficulty does not come from the keyway itself, it's pretty wide open, but the difficulty comes from how the pins were made and utilized. And when I get this, I will talk a little bit more about it, but it's something that I never thought about personally, and I'm really excited to show you guys. This is the type of pin work that can make or break a challenge lock in the long term. So one of the things that happens particularly for serrated pins is that when you make them out of brass in particular, you thread the core, you make the pins very sharp. Is the repeated lifting of the pins by putting pressure on them will wear down those sharp serrations, and so eventually they just kind of become smoothed down and they're not as effective. What Saspes did on his challenge lock, obviously he used a different material other than brass, but what he did was make them so they're sharp and long lasting. And I'll reveal the secret of how he did that at the end of it, just giving a little teaser to what makes this lock unique. This one wasn't too difficult to pick. There were a couple of times where I had to manually counter rotate. You can see we just got the open on it. Here I'm checking to make sure the lock is actually open because it has a pretty deep false set and it appears open with my pick, so I'm just gonna show with the tension bar pretty extreme and then just lock it back up. We're gonna go ahead and check the bidding on the key. We can see that it's not too terrible bidding, got some highs and lows, and the key does work smoothly in both directions. So we're going to go ahead and take it out of the vise and start the gutting process. Now, one thing I want to take this opportunity to talk about is this project that I hinted back on a couple of weeks ago. A project that I've been working on with Reed or Lock-A-Lot and Panda Frog. This project we've been planning since the beginning of December, and we're finally at the point where we're putting the project together physically. All the planning is done, all the paperwork is done, and now we're building the website and stuff like that, and we're doing promotional material. So what we're doing for our project is we're building basically a speed demos archive kind of situation for lock picking. What this will be is a pure database of the world record speed run attempts for picking various locks. So for example, we will list each belt ranking, so white through black, and let's say you click on white belt, it'll list all the locks for white belt, and then you click on that lock. Let's say I click on a master lock number 3, it'll pull up a database of these are the record times and the placements, who picked them. So for example, one column will be ranking, next column will be who picked it, the column after that will be their time, the column after that will be the judge that verified it. We'll have multiple moderators, and then after that it'll have their country and a link to watch the video, and you can submit your times to get world record status for these locks. Currently this is something that is already being done. People are picking locks fast. There are actual competitions where people are picking locks fast, like at tool conventions. Obviously with COVID, they're not happening right now, but that is something that they've done in the past. But there is no place where it's officially kept a record of. So for example, there's no, you could say world's first attempt at picking this, but there's no record of how fast this is picked, who picked it the fastest, anything like that. So that's the project that we're working on, and we're getting endorsement through Tool and through LPU. So we're working really hard on that. Really excited. I'm excited to bring to you more information on that in the future as well. But yeah, so that's the main project we've been working on. Four Eyes is still going on very heavily. I got the metal cut down for the lock body. I gotta just drill it out, and there should have been, I don't know at the time of this recording if I've posted the update video for that yet or not, but yeah, I've been working on that for lock number 2. Here we just finished gutting it. We're just checking the core mods. There's threading in all those chambers and threading in all the chambers for, threading in all the core chambers and threading in all the Bible chambers. A little bit of a camera shake, apologize for that. I was trying to adjust it and lost my grip. But there's, like I was trying to show, that there's threading in all those chambers. Trying to show here in a second, threading in all these chambers. Now, what I hinted at earlier is what Saspes did that was ingenious is he took screws and bolts and cut the heads and bottoms off and used those as the serrated trampoline pins, which I've not seen before. But this is Firefly by Saspes. Thanks for watching.